You see, MAPP is actually empowering people, making them more responsible for their lives. And through music education, I think we're trying to achieve that.
If we think back in the years when MAPP came into existence, the mid-80s, 85, when there was a state of emergency and this whole anti-apartheid and this defiance campaign, and the brutal suppression of this expression, it all took place around this very building. There was blood flowing on this very streets outside this building. There was tear gas, there was dogs, there was gunfire. MAPP's motive was to mobilize musicians and artists and performers to throw in their lot in the cultural struggle. The first thing we felt was the need for our own PA system. And this is where we were very fortunate, because that donation was made by Network, our very first PA system. And that's how our relationship with Network started. That PA system was tear gas, bitten by dogs. It's been trampled upon. And our proudest moment is the day when Nelson Mandela was released. That PA system was the first PA system he spoke into when he addressed the world from the Grand Parade, Cape Town. In the meantime, we found ourselves more involved not only in organizing these events, but also in providing the equipment, sometimes providing the tuition. And this is how the concept of having a school came into existence.
So, you write in natural time to show that this note is no longer sharp. It is natural.
Because of the many years of apartheid, especially the black schools, the non-white schools generally, but in particularly the black schools, have been totally deprived of music education.
Me, do. Just think about it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, la, si, do, re, mi, do. Much better, much better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. At the moment, we're teaching at 4 primary schools, at a high school and also at a school for the disabled.
I am working for MAPP. I run a music therapy outreach program, and I'm dealing with children who have special needs. The children of returned exiles are children who have been dislocated socially, and I'm trying to help them develop a sense of solidarity, first with themselves, and then give them local skills for dealing with other children.
So we are teaching music literacy, and we are teaching jazz music in terms of it being people's music, in terms of it being working class music, in terms of it being international urbanized music. Most of our students come from townships. There's lots of natural talent. There's lots of things they picked up at home in the kitchen, in the streets. But very little literacy, very little formal education. And this is the tragedy with our society as a whole, because at grassroots, where the real talent is, the education is not.
I went to MAPP knowing nothing about music, knowing nothing about the instrument, but now I can play a little bit, and I know my theory. If we can get our own place, that will be a very good idea, because the place we are using now is poorly ventilated, and they are very small rooms. And of course, the instruments are not enough. So we have to share the 5 pianos to about 100 people.
Here at MAPP, we also provide a bridging course, especially in the first year. The major problem is that many of our students come in with a matric certificate, but you find that in real terms, actually, they are sort of primitive. They are at the level of standard 5 and standard 6.
Those of you who are struggling with English, if you're going to a restaurant or a club with your band or as a solo musician and you're looking for work, when the manager or owner of the restaurant or club sees that you are vulnerable, he's probably going to assume that you are vulnerable in an economic way as well. So you're going to get bum contracts, bum deals. He'll say something like, I'll pay you at the end of the month, okay, don't worry.
But what is exciting is that one of the students, Musa, his name is Musa, his father actually was adamant that his son will not be a musician. But now he's the proudest parent because this kid has been accepted at University of Cape Town.
Music is something that's in a person, you know, it was in me. You know. I remember when I was like growing, I never had money to buy a guitar, so I used to make some containers, you know, metal containers. I used to take them and put some wood on it, you know, put some fishing rods on them to play some guitars and positions. Because I used to have a book, but I didn't have a guitar.
Our next graduate is Musa Manzini, double bass player, electric bass.
Good evening. As the first students to start the MAPP diploma course, we are privileged in a way. Without MAPP, we couldn't have been at this stage. A special thanks, of course, goes to Fred Gate. I urge you to keep it up, mate. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
We've established by now such a good profile in the community, and I'm pleased to say even outside the country in many occasions, and in the rest of the country. And we're very proud of that because it means the concept has been accepted and the need has been accepted.
It's a total communication experience, and the children are able to move beyond their handicap, even if it be for a few seconds. But you can see on their faces that they've communicated and that there's a total, they are totally here.
They're stemming here from all over Cape Town, from all the working class suburbs, from all the townships, far and wide. We obviously are experiencing lots of problems. How do we accommodate them? How do we provide them with instruments? How do we provide them with space? How do we provide them with teachers?
I'm just hoping to go out, maybe go to the university and study music, and then I come back and teach the others, especially our people, because we are less privileged.
For me personally, I'm so glad we've got to the stage where we can put a guitar in a young person's hand as a weapon of struggle and not an AK-47. It's the quality of people's soul and spirit that's going to determine what our new society is going to be all about. And music is going to make this very, very valuable contribution to all that. And we can't have enough of it. And therefore we need all the resources and all the support we can get to facilitate this education.